service. Yeah, I think I've this might be right.
Am I audible?
Pardon?
All right.
You're relatively quiet, Bill, actually.
You are very quiet.
Am I? In that case, I'll turn it up another notch. Another notch. Where am I? Audio settings. I'll put it on max.
Mm.
Now, am I in my right?
Do you ever put it on allow it to automatically set the level?
Yeah, hang on. I think I do have. Hang on, turn off. No, that's right. I'm on original sound. Audio settings. 1 moment.
So do you think we need to check whether it's actually the same link that everybody thought it was?
I'm just checking that.
Oh, okay, you are. Okay, good.
All right, I've put it on automatic now, so whether that makes any difference, I don't know.
Yeah, we're live on that channel. We're live on that channel.
And
You're still very, very quiet, Bill.
Hi. I'm just wondering if am I plugged in? Yes. I may not be on the right microphone. Hang on. Let me see. Mute. Speakers, headphones, microphone, USB, LCS audio. Check mic.
I'm not sure that is the channel that I thought it was going to be.
I was just wondering about the Zoom link because we don't have as many people as we normally have at this point.
It's a nice midsummer's day.
Yeah, that's true, isn't it? Yeah, that's probably the reason.
It's not particularly nice here.
Isn't it?
Pretty nice here.
Isn't it? It's lovely here.
No.
Yeah, it's pretty nice here as well. Massive. I was just wondering about the Zoom link because we don't have as many people as we normally have at this point.
It's a great midsummer's day.
Yeah, that's true, isn't it? Yeah, that's probably the reason.
Pretty nice here.
Isn't it?
Pretty nice.
Hello, hello, hello.
Hello, hello. Yeah, it's
Hello indeed.
massive.
There's Denise. She's hoping to join us on the Zoom. Here comes
Oh, that's good.
MJ.
Oh, that's nice. Hello, hello.
There's Denise. She's hoping to join us on the Zoom. Here comes MJ.
Hi, MJ.
Hello.
How are you doing?
Okay, thanks.
Oh, we got Peter Canson. Excellent. Well, they're all storming in now.
Yeah, we've got our first live rock opera practice tonight. So yeah, we had our first live Esperance one the other Wednesday. Yes, it's didn't go indoors. They're Londoners. They're scared of congregating in small places. Like it's not like we don't go to work on the tube at all. Well, I do. So they went outside. They found a pub near a park that sold nice beer and had nice loos.
Very good. That sounds like a very good
a
option.
little back alleyway that kind of I thought smelled of dog shit, but I mean,
A very unusual combination. Nice beer and nice loos.
Oh, dear.
yeah. But rock opera actually going
I
to
thought
practice.
they were inversely proportional in quality.
Yeah. Yes, but rock operas are limiting themselves to only 6 dancers and me down the other end of the hall.
I thought you were going to say only 6 beers.
Oh, well, they're not actually going to there's the hall that they normally use. Somebody else is using it beforehand, which is unusual. So we're delaying the start of our practice till 8 o'clock tonight. So I don't think they're going to have an awful lot of time for many beers afterwards.
So Atsu's on the YouTube as well.
Oh, that's nice. Hi, Atsu.
Yeah. He says it's
Like the
raining in
squirrels.
Bulgaria as well. It's raining in Derbyshire.
Oh dear. Well, it's 5 past. I suppose. Should we wait a couple more minutes before we do anything? Oh, it's Terry.
Terry. Hello, Terry.
Hi, Terry.
Hi, Terry.
Hi, Terry.
How are you doing, Terry?
I think you. Yep. Looking forward to the tennis and the football.
Yeah, that should be good, shouldn't it? Yeah. I'm especially looking forward to the football, I have to say. Yeah. I do have a very large St. George sort of tabard thing that doubles as my England supporting kit I'll be wearing.
I'm afraid I'm a heathen.
I've never really watched much football. It bores me to tears, but I do like watching rugby.
Oh yeah, I kind of prefer rugby really, but yeah, but it's quite. This lot seem to be doing quite well, so
Yeah.
I'd like to support them.
I'm looking forward to a nice quiet cycle ride this evening.
Yeah, there won't be anyone. Well, you might have a few sort of people staggering out of pubs and sort of like falling in front of you and stuff like that.
I remember in 1966, I had a fantastic cycle ride. There was nothing on the road whatsoever. I was out cycling for a couple of hours, didn't see another vehicle. Yeah.
I usually go shopping when that sort of thing's happening. If the
Well,
shops
we
are
might
open,
do that. We might do. Well, it's the shops are closed tonight, aren't they? So
Yeah. So that doesn't apply. But
no.
yeah, usually when a major sporting event is on, I usually go and do something completely different because there's nobody else there.
I'm quite hoping to get TV redress, a bit of balance again. So I'm hoping next couple of weeks we're going to have every prime time reruns of Antiques Roadshow for the next 2 weeks every evening.
You are my sister. You are my sister. I ring her up and I say, hello, is that the number to complain about the overuse, the over Antiques Road showing of my sort of media facilities? Is that the number to complain? She says, yes, it's me.
all complaints will be dealt with in the usual manner as soon as I've emptied out the bin.
That's right. Yeah, exactly.
The addiction here is to flog it.
Flog it.
Is it really?
Not
Is
on
that-
my part, of course.
Oh, not on your part. Oh, I
No,
see.
it's,
Actually, I'm
the
hoping
rest of
next
the
week.
household seems to be addicted to flog.
I'm hoping
I think
next
she's
week
trying
to
to tell me
address the
something.
Wimbledon balance. We're going to have wall-to-wall pointless.
Pointless. That's hilarious.
We've completely confused Atsu now.
Yes, I don't suppose he knows what that is.
We probably should do a round of Mornington Crescent in that case.
Oh yeah, that
Yeah.
was very.
Oh dear.
If
Well,
I'm
I suppose-
disappearing, my trusty chair is giving up, and I've got to order myself a new one. I keep dropping down out of the screen.
Oh no.
Every time I move, it does that.
Well, I guess before we start, I should just sort of briefly say where we are with the kind of festival situation. I've just been consulting various people, had some great help from various people. We can't do Lincoln because the venue's fallen through. People are having massively different views on the risk versus benefits of meeting up. Jez is willing to do something in York. So in the end, what we've ended up doing is emailing out to everyone, saying, please email me, saying, whether you would be prepared to to go somewhere like York, or whether you'd rather do online or what. So and I'm sure there are going to be all sorts of different views on all of this. So we'll just see what the answer is on that. Yeah, so that's where we are with that.
I went to Trip to Verwood last weekend, which is a sessions festival in open-sided tents, and it was great fun.
Yeah, I think some people will be really up for doing stuff, and other people will be massively not wanting to. So it's going to be really interesting to see what balance we end up with, and I'm sure whatever we do, it will be great fun because we've got such tremendous people.
Yeah.
And we have the world's best instrument, so what's not to like? Okay, well, I suppose we ought to start really. So I guess I'll start with I think we're doing round the world, aren't we? So yeah, that's right, isn't it? So I'll start with some French tunes that were actually played at one of the old festivals in Gloucester. A couple of farandoles. See if I can get all my original sound and everything. Okay. Can you hear that? Does that sound okay? Thumbs up? Yeah, okay. Okay, all right. Here we go then. It's the Farandole de Fréjus, which is in D, and Les Bugnettes, which I think that's also in D as well. Hey, everything's in D. There we go. Ah, right. Who's up for the next bit of round the world? Hey, Bill is going around the world. Hurrah! Yes.
I'll get through it. Right. Less so much directly around the world, but possibly implicitly. I'm still working on triple time hornpipes, which I can imagine were taken around the world by sailors and other merchant seamen and such like. The first one is Punchinello's hornpipe, it comes under a number of different names. One is the Dusty Miller. How's this? Is that coming through okay? Okay, right.
Hooray!
One.
That's
Another
fabulous. You got another one?
I've got another one which I'll do. It's the same. It's one of the Purcell, quite well known Purcell hornpipes, which I've modified just slightly. It's normally played on a fiddle, so the range runs out a bit, but it seems to work quite nicely with a little bit of fiddling around with the actual tune.
Hooray! That's fabulous. Love that one. That was really, really nice. Gosh, I wouldn't have believed that Purcell was doing hornpipey stuff.
Well, he's sort of in a sense he invented it, because he was writing these in the 1660s, and you don't really get any publication of the triple time hornpipes much before the 1680s, 1690s. So he had a big hand in kicking it off within the. A lot of them became very popular and turned into country dancers. Playford has quite a few of his hornpipes in later editions, so they're interesting. But I think he may well have cribbed the tunes from street musicians, Taborers and such like, and modified them, put them into Ponzi 4-part arrangements for violins and cellos and so on.
Yeah, I think Handel did much the same. There are certainly some jigs in Handel's music that sound suspiciously like Old Morris tunes.
Yeah, well, I think we will certainly claim that that's where they came from, really, that they never invented Purcell. He would never have had such an imagination as to do that. Anyway.
Wow. So do I Do I
That's my
feel some?
contribution.
Do I sense some kind of symposium stuff coming on here? You know, I don't know.
Well, yeah, let me think about that one. I had something quite different in mind for this.
Oh
kind of
yeah, well,
symposium.
whatever.
Somewhat further afield than that.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's my
Well, anyway.
contribution for today.
That's awesome. Thanks, Bill. Yeah, and it'll be great to hear about what we should be looking at for the symposium. That'd be fabulous.
Yeah.
Aha, who's next then? Who we got coming up? Right, it's MJ, hooray!
Right, well, I've got an Italian tune. It comes from the north of Italy. I learnt it from Ian Dedick, and he learnt it when he and Hammersmith Morris went out to Italy for some kind of a festival, which involved drinking an awful lot of beer and wine and stuff. So, yeah, we don't know what this is called, but Ian Dedick was practicing it in the morning, sitting outside his tent, when Mike Mullin came out of his tent and threw up all over the place. Rather messily. So ever since then, we've known it by the title of Mike Mullin's Farewell to His Breakfast. It was an old committee band favourite. So but it's an Italian jig. Doesn't have an awful lot of doesn't have a very wide range, so it suits a pipe and tabor quite well. But I can't think why I didn't used to play this one on a pipe and tabor. I did play some of the other Italian jigs on pipe and tabor, but this one is kind of a bit new. So anyway, it goes like this. Mike Mullin's Farewell to His Breakfast. Oh, it's in D. I should explain that the A music's in D, the B music isn't. I think. Yeah, I'll start again.
Hey, that's fabulous. Love that one. Yeah, that's really nice. Yeah. Yeah, I wouldn't have liked to have been there at the original scene of the original collecting of this, but
I think you'd actually collected it from some Italian musicians in the pub the night before.
oh, okay, oh, that's all right then.
Practicing it in the morning.
Was it that festival where they have all the funny masks and the bobs
I'm
going?
not sure, because it was a long time. It was before I moved to London, so I'm not sure whether it was that festival or not. I think it probably wasn't, because that festival, the Pontecaffaro, is kind of
Yeah,
very
that one.
specific to the dancers doing their thing. So I think it was probably a different festival somewhere up in northern Italy. There was probably some link between them, though.
It sounds familiar, and I am wondering if it is a Pontecaffaro tune. I've been there a few times, and
It's quite probable that they learned it from them.
I've got the CD of it. I play one or two of the things. There's one or two things on it which sound very much like the slow, you know, the Cotswold tune, the slow, which I really like, and a particular feature in them which comes out often. And it's got, you could, if you played it, you know, slow, you could play that with a rant beat.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so I think that'd work. But still, that's great. Shall I play something?
Yeah.
Yay!
Yay.
Going all the way to Ireland with this one, but with a flaviol. Oh, we have to practice that one. Good fun to play, though.
That was really nice. That was really good. I really like that one. Yeah. Aha, right. Who's up for the next one? Yay, Terry. Hurrah for Terry.
Ladies first.
Oh,
What about Gillian?
oh, sorry. I'm sorry. My eyesight is.
You missed me, did you? Yeah.
No, is it
Oh.
Gillian first? Awesome.
Okay.
Great.
Thanks, Terry. We, as you probably know, we lived in New Zealand for several years. And so I thought I ought to do something with a New Zealand flavour. So 2 days ago, Rob suggested this one. It was written by a comedian who specialised in very, very fierce political comedy, satire. And New Zealand was not ready for this. So he moved to Australia and was very popular in Australia instead. So this is his song. It's not a satire, it's just a funny song. It's his gumboot song. I don't know if you know it. If you do, please join in. And as I say, I've only been playing it for 2 days, so it's nice and easy, but it might go all wrong. Let's have a look. The gumboot song. It's in G. If it wasn't for your gumboots, where would you be? You'd be in the hospital or infirmary. You could get a dose of the flu or even pleurisy if you haven't got your feet in your gumboots. Gumboots, they are wonderful, gumboots, they are swell, 'cause they keep out the water and they keep in the smell. And when you're sitting round at home, you can always tell if one of the lads has taken off his gumboots. There you go.
Hooray! That was Fantastic.
I think there are other verses, but I don't know any other verses. So
I've only heard it sung in a very strong Scottish accent with one word substitution, wellies instead of gumboots.
My father always used to call them gumboots. So it's not,
Yeah, wellies is what I'd always refer to them.
Yes, it's Billy Connolly sings it. If it wasn't for your wellies,
That's the one.
wasn't it for your wellies? That's right. Yeah.
Well, it's written by a New Zealand comedian.
Right.
Ah, very good, very good. It must be Terry, I'm guessing. Is it Terry? Yes. Hurrah.
Well, once upon a time, with the travelling Morris, there was a bit of a laugh. When I invented some sort of little thing where we interspersed Banbury Bill tune with a tune from every country in what was the common market. And I gave a spiel about the common market. But anyway, I've forgotten all of them. So I'll play you a little selection, a very tiny selection. You'll know some of them. Okay, so you can join in.
Well,
Another part to that can, which I've yet to learn yet.
It's a bit more complicated.
Wow! And do you have any experience of the dancing aspect of that one, Terry?
No, I haven't. But when we did it, when we did that with the Travelling Morris, I couldn't find any tunes from Belgium. So I said, well, there's nothing good come out of Belgium. Yeah, anyway, so I got into trouble. Emails and
it's always been a puzzle.
Saying there was good stuff came out of Belgium, including a composer called Isai, yeah, and other things. I can't remember. Anyway, that found a tune from Belgium now, allegedly. That I'll just play.
I was very lucky.
Dance, it has been alleged to have come from Belgium. Is that right?
Sorry?
The bear dance that you played
Yeah,
is the tune that comes from Belgium.
allegedly.
Alleged to have come
Yes.
from Belgium, but I've never found any serious supporting evidence. Nobody quite knows where it comes from.
I know.
MJ's raising her.
I
MJ
know.
knows.
Bartok wrote a piano version, but which is vague.
Right, bear dance. Little bit of history. Dave Roberts of old Explosabella, he collected the bear dance from Belgium when he was out there with Majax Morris. However, he was extremely pissed when he collected it, and he couldn't remember it properly when he got back to the country, back here. So he kind of rewrote it without realising what he was doing, and he turned it into a 32-bar tune. It isn't. The original has a 7-bar A music, and 10 years later, when Majax Morris went back to Belgium, I think this was after Dave Roberts had died, they hadn't got any musicians to go with them. So because I knew a lot of their tunes, they asked me to go along as well. So I went along, we got drunk one night, and Keith Leach starts playing the bear dance on his melodeon, and they all laughed at him. They said, "You've got that wrong." So they played it to him. And later, there was a children's dance team who were out with us who danced the bear dance. And I confirm that the A music does indeed have only 7 bars.
Right.
And
Wonderful.
Wow.
and I think it was written in the 1970s.
I don't know when it
All
was
right,
written.
yeah. It was. There's quite a bit of stuff about it written in the 1970s. Yeah.
Yeah.
The other thing is that it relates quite strongly to the one that Bartok wrote, the bear dance, which was presumably collected in Romania or that part of the world. So it may well have an odd bar length from there. So I don't know where he got it from, but it's very similar to the bar
right.
that we think.
Oh, we'll have to find that. Yeah.
I don't think we're any the wiser as to the true origins, actually, of the bear dance, but it's
Yeah, but I do know that the way we play it in this
ingrained
country,
folk memory as being of very ancient origin and has always been there. So, interesting. Yeah.
So maybe the clue is you're just supposed to get drunk and then reimagine it. That's what you're saying, MJ, isn't it? Basically. Oh dear. Right, who's up for playing the next one? Do we have anyone to play the next one? Yes, Peter's going to play. Excellent.
Okay, I'll give it a
Hurrah.
go. I don't know how well it's going to go. But there's this tune. It was on a cabaret album, and I sort of wrote it out because it was in my head a bit. And it's from Limousin, and it's Le Camin de Fer, the railway. I'm not sure how well Trevor's going to go with it, but I'll try and do that. And it's sort of CG. thank you. Yeah. The original has all got it's on played on bagpipes, but it's got all sort of engine whistles going on around it.
Oh wow, fantastic! just imagine all that happening. That'd be brilliant. Yeah. Aha! Who is up to play the next one? Or does it have to be me? Ah, okay. All right, I'll play. I'll play a tune that. Yeah, the Gigalots a while ago had to play a load of quadrilles for the Sidmouth Festival, and one of the ones we had to play was the Bessida, which was composed in the 19th century, and it was like based on all these kind of mad dances from the Czech and Slovak areas of the Austro-Hungarian Empire. So I'll play a little bit of the stuff that we had to learn, and you can imagine at the festival I had this sort of like really crazy stuff where I had to keep swapping pipes because all the keys changed. But I'll only play the bit that doesn't require me to swap a pipe. Okay, here we go. Oops, wrong saber. Always good if you have the right saber. Woo. There we go. You hear that okay? That was when that was the festival when Fizz's great achievement was making us these huge sort of board things so that we could have all these massive pages of music visible all at once, which was a great act of faith, given the fact that me and Gary, well, particularly me, had hardly any ability to read any of the music at all. Oh dear. What a laugh. All right. Who's up for playing the next tune? Ooh. Yes, it's MJ. Hooray.
Okay, this one's Welsh. It's called Wedded, which translates roughly as "so they say." So it doesn't mean an awful lot. It's a song about a spinster who is bewailing the fact that she doesn't have a husband. But then at the end of the song, she says kind of, well, men are a load of trouble anyway. You're better off without them. I don't think that's the key I normally play it in. Oh, perhaps it is. I think I've been practicing it on this one too much. It doesn't sound right. Sorry, that was a bit mangled between two versions because I've modified it slightly for Rockhopper to do a solo jig to, and I've got the two versions in my head. So one fits the stepping and the other doesn't. And at the moment, neither were fitting my fingers very well.
Sounding really nice, though. I love the sound you're getting on that. It's beautiful. Yeah, really nice tune. Yeah. What style of jig is it? It's a really nice.
Well,
tune.
when lockdown started, rockhoppers were very reluctant to practice dancing anything, mostly because the woman who was the foreman kind of got spooked by the whole idea of dancing on Zoom. So to get them going, I wrote them a hand clapping jig. So so basically it uses raglan stepping, which, as you know, goes across the beat of the music, and so the figures are basically dancing around in various shapes using normal raglan stepping, and the chorus is a mixture of side steps, long side steps, short side steps, closed side steps, turning side steps, and things like that, and half capers. And instead of slows, because if it's the raglan doesn't really have any proper slows in it, there's a hand clapping sequence that, it being raglan, of course, goes across the beat in three beats. So you clap in front, under one leg, behind your back, in front, under the other leg, behind your back, which is great because it means you never have to do under legs clapping sequentially between one. There's always a clap between one leg and the next. So it's a lot easier for slightly aged dancers to do the hand clapping.
Wow, what a laugh.
Under back clap. So there's always two claps between each one under the leg. So I can recommend it if you're trying to write hand clapping beats. Do a triple thing that goes across the beat of the music, because it'll be a lot easier for you to dance.
Wow, that sounds great. I mean, is it the sort of thing that might be, might be something that could be done in a like an online concert piece, or even a little workshopy thing, or what do you reckon?
Yeah, I don't see why not. I mean, Rockhopper are going to be at Sidmouth this year. I'm not, as I've got other things on. Well, didn't book the holiday in time, basically. Plus, there isn't a campsite there, so unless you're going to B&B or you just want to go for the day, it's pointless, really. So anyway, rock hoppers, some of them are going to Sidmouth, and Barry's going to be playing for them, and they're probably, quite likely, going to be dancing it out. So.
Okay, yeah, and I was just wondering if there might be a way of you engineering some video that could be part of some festival concert or something. But yeah, I don't know, something to think about.
Yeah, possibly. It's just that with you can't get two Zooms in sync.
Oh no, you do have to you have to do some video editing if you can't get two people in the same place. That's what I had to do for the Bucknell workshops that we did.
Yeah.
I had to get Ollie to dance at the speed that he wanted, and then stick the music onto it, which is, it's not ideal, but it, you know, when you've got to do a workshop, you've got to find a way of doing it, haven't you?
Yeah. Well, anyway, it worked. Once they got into doing my jig, then they were quite happy to have a go at doing most of their other dances. They've practiced, I don't know, at least 10 dances regularly on Zoom, just imagining where everybody else is. Yeah, but because their dances are a bit complicated, they were initially a bit reluctant to do that. There are only 1 or 2 dancers that they haven't practiced all year. So I'm rather hoping that when they go to Sidmouth, they will actually be able to dance with everybody around them instead of imagining where everybody else is.
Yeah, it is kind of really quite weird getting into the Zoom dancing vibe, actually.
Yeah.
And the thing that really amazed me was attending the London Pride Playford event thing, which I just kind of played along on my pipe and tabor, sort of muted, so I was kind of quite safe. But all these people managing to do these, what to me seemed impossibly complicated things with imaginary people around them. I really didn't know how they did that at all, but I suppose maybe to some of them Morris would seem impossibly complicated. I don't know. Yeah, it's funny.
Well, I know Nancy Potts has been calling for a lot of Zoom Kayleys, as has Fee Lock and a few of the other Kaylee callers. I don't think Gordon's done an awful lot of it. He did play for a Kaylee that Nancy was calling once, with Nancy in East London and the other half of the Potts family in West London. I think it was one of the Ox folks.
Oh, okay.
Kayleys.
Yeah. Oh, nice. Yeah. I think everybody has different things I think they can do over Zoom, don't they? Everybody's got different things that they kind of quite enjoy over Zoom or kind of really can't do.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't matter if the band and the caller aren't in the same place, because they don't have to be in sync the way musicians do. So they had Diane and Gordon playing from their home as a duo, and Nancy calling for them on the other side of London.
Oh, wow. Brilliant. Very good. Yeah, very nice. Q. Right, who's up for another tune? Terry, hurrah, yay, go Terry.
Well, I want to get this in before I leave to go to the tennis. I'm a bit apprehensive about playing it today because the composer is Italian, but the country is Egypt. Right. Join in. etc. It's a bit high. I need to practice that bit.
That was jolly fun, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Terry, you say you got to go to the tennis soon, have you?
I'm going to, yes, Wimbledon.
Do you have a couple of minutes to listen to the Wellerman guide track? If I just play that from my
Yep.
So the Wellerman's the next sort of collaborative video project that we're going to do, and Steve has very kindly volunteered to be doing lots of kind of mad editing of our mad nautical things that we may be doing as the Wellerman is going on. So the guide track is just a start, on which we can have all sorts of brilliant stuff superimposed. I think, Steve, you had some fairly mad ideas, didn't you, that could be stuck on top of it?
Yeah, so the idea is that I don't know whether you're familiar with TikTok, but the idea of TikTok is that it's not just videos that go out, is that you respond to videos in a like manner. And so there have been a lot of responses to the Wellerman, because the Wellerman became famous through TikTok, and there have been a lot of responses to the Wellerman, and some of them are very funny, and some of them are very, very accomplished, but it's a lot of fun. And so the idea here is we could do it in that style, in that manner of having a good bit of fun with it. So be as nautical as you could possibly be. So we're, as well as having the recording yourself playing along with it or singing along with it, and singing along, you can record more than one video. So you can have a video you can record playing, another one singing, and another one dressed up in nautical fashion and doing the hornpipe or some other suitably nautical thing. And you can give yourself as much leeway to be funny as you like. Whoops, I've disappeared. I was just going to say I'm quite well placed for virtual backgrounds and the like. I'm quite happy to send people virtual backgrounds. I'm thinking of making a video of this one so it tilts backwards and forwards.
Brilliant. Shall I do the? I'll do the clumsy. I'll do the very clumsy sort of screen sharing thing then of the guide track, which is just a starting point for us all to have stuff edited over the top. So not everybody, it won't be lots of people in parallel on the screen like this Hunt and Squirrel. It will be like bits of people and a whole mix of music underneath it. Right, let's see if I can do this. Share screen. Okay, share screen. Oh, hang on. No. How do I... Right, I'm not sure whether I actually have the not sure I have the normal facilities on.
You have been set up as a co-host.
Oh, okay.
Hang on, wait a sec. I need to set up. Okay, you should be able to do it now.
Okay, let's go. I'm getting a thing saying advanced sharing options. Which isn't really what I want, is it? I want
just click share screen.
Oh, I got it. Oh, sorry. Yeah, that's my terrible. Okay, here we go then. Right, share sound, optimize video. Here we go then. Here we go. Right. Share. Okay. Can you see that?
Yeah.
Okay, here we go then.
There was a ship that put to sea. The name of the ship was the plenty of tea. The wind's all about dip down, now blow me, bully boys blow. Soon may the wellerman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go. She had 2 weeks from shore, went down on her a right whale ball. The captain called all hands and swore he'd take that whale in tow. Soon may the wellerman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go. Had hit the water, the whale's tail came up and caught her. I harpooned and fought her when she died down low. Soon may the wellerman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go. No line come, the whale was freed, and the captain's mind was not on greed. And he blew to the whaleman's creed, she took that ship in tow. Soon may the wellerman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go. Or even more, the line went slack and tight once more. Boys were lost, there were only 4, and still that whale did go. Soon may the wellerman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go. As far as the fight's still on, the line's not cut and the whale's not gone. The wellerman makes his regular call to encourage the captain, crew and all. Soon may the wellerman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go.
Ah, so that was
Great fun.
that's where it is at the moment. I mean, obviously, it'll be much better when we've got lots of people stuck over the top of it, lots more music in it, and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, yeah. So yeah, and yeah, I suppose a big thank you to Barry Lloyd as well for his creation of instruments for me. Yeah. Well, it wasn't his fault when I was playing them, I hasten to add.
When did he make the fiddle flute, Andy?
He's only just made that. I asked him to make me one, so I haven't actually managed to negotiate how much I've got to pay for it yet. So we're in a sort of
Did he
a negotiation on that.
Because that's the same that Gabby Bultmann showed at once, didn't she? And did he use the same pictorial source? I think there's one.
Yes, the same pictorial source. So it's the only the only thing was that he decided that the thing to do was to get me to try it before he bothered with there's a really decorative thing you know the round bit the sound comes out of. Yeah, there's a sort of decorative carvy thing there, and I think he sort of lost the will to live at that point and decided that's probably very sensible.
How do you tune the strings? What's the tune?
So they're in E and D, so that you can basically do lots of different chord combinations with those. But of course, as I'm a fairly basic player at the moment, it's all just drones on that one. But yeah.
You haven't figured out a way of fingering the strings and fingering the pipe at the same time.
Are you off then, Terry?
Bye, Terry.
Bye, Terry.
Enjoy the tennis.
Good to see you, Terry. Yeah, okay, right. So there we go. Right. Well, who's... Oh, sorry, Bill, you were asking a question, were you?
No,
I
actually,
got
if you
distracted.
wanted another tune, I've got one that I could do. Are we right up for another tune?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
This
Be
is
awesome.
on the travelling theme as well. I've been trying to think of something as far away as I can get from. This is the March of the Bustangies, but it's actually from a French opera, Europe Galante. But it's a Turkish. It's an imitation of a Turkish march by a French composer, André Campra, from about 1700. But pipe and tabor, that's the other thing I've been quite interested in following up, is the use of pipe and tabor in French opera ballets of the early 18th century. It occurs quite frequently. It looks to have been quite... In the stage band, you very often see pipe and tabor along with other things as they on the stage.
Look.
Oh,
Oh, more symposium stuff coming on.
March of the Bustangies.
Hooray! That's lovely.
It's from the
That's really
Turkish-
nice.
The opera ballet, Opera Galante. He takes either about he goes tunes and dances supposedly from 5 different countries. I think there's France, Spain. I can't remember what the others are actually, but he ends up in Turkey. And they do the March of the Bustangies, plus some other things.
I've been in a Lully performance where I had to have all the body makeup, as the Turkish procession.
Yeah. I mean, they were very keen on in France on caricaturing the Turks. So you get a lot of the Lully operas, and the other one is the Bourgeois Gentilhomme, and so on. So the Turks were as exotic as they could imagine at that time. So it's as far afield as they could venture. So.
Brilliant! Wow, that's really good. Aha! Right, who's up for the? Yes, yes, Gillian. Hurrah! Yes.
Actually, before I play, Bill, I heard some ages ago that in Stravinsky's Petrushka, there's a piccolo and a drum playing at the same time, which is supposed to represent a pipe and tabor, but I've never managed to track it down. So I don't know that's in an opera. There you are. There's something else to follow up.
Yeah, I'm just wondering, thinking of that, whether a lot of the Rameau operas have dancers called tambourins, and it's an imitation of pipe and tabor.
Yeah.
They're often played with a piccolo flute and a drum.
The drum. Yeah.
Though I have heard them played, it's largely because it's very difficult. Classical orchestras find it difficult to find pipe and tabor players within their.
When I was playing in an orchestra, we had to find a bagpipe player, and it was hopeless. He came along, but he couldn't count. It was all over the place.
But I have heard, you know, proper orchestras with a proper pipe and tabor player in them. I think they were doing a lully piece, and it was impressive. I think it was William Christie's group had found a French pipe and taborer who could read music and play in time to the orchestra and follow the conductor.
I'm in the right place.
Yeah, interesting challenge.
Yes.
I'll check the Petrushka one. I can't recall it offhand. But
No, I can't, but yeah. Right, Spain. We haven't had any Spanish ones yet.
Spain, right.
And we have so many Spaniards at our festivals. This is a group of dancers from Burgos, which Juanma, if you remember Juanma, he gave me the music for this, if I can remember it.
Wow, that's fantastic. I love that. That is just so nice.
Yeah, isn't it?
Wow. I mean, Juanma's just amazing, isn't he? So that you play that really nicely as well. Fabulous. It's just like a barrage of brilliance, isn't it?
Yes.
It flows at you. It's really good. Aha. Right, who's up for playing the next one? Or is it me? Oh, maybe it has to be me. Okay, I'm going to play something. So this is a tune called the Arcadian Nuptials, but whether it's really from Arcadia, I suspect it's somebody's kind of fantasy idea of what Arcadia might be like. I don't know. I'll give it a go. I think it's an 18th century tune. Let's give it a go. This is on A pipe. On A pipe in the key of D, if anybody's interested in that. So you might be able to join in on D anyway if you want to. Oh, sorry. Get these problems when you swap pipes, don't you? You suddenly get discombobulated. Okay. Aha, right. I'm not sure I even know where Arcadia is. Or is it some mythical place? Bill, you're the sort of person who would know that.
Often things called Arcadian, often Canada was referred to that. So a lot of things of French Canadian origin were often called Arcadian. But I don't know. I mean, it was more classical period Greek and so on. But Arcady.
Oh, of course. Yeah, of
it's
course.
In
yeah,
Greece.
Yeah,
in Greece.
Yeah.
Arcadia is in Greece. It's a mountainous region of Greece.
Yeah.
But isn't it associated with idyllic lifestyle and pastoral?
Exactly. That is the whole thing about it. Yeah.
Land flowing with milk and honey and all that kind of
all of that. And I think that's why the French referred to Canada, French Canada, not the English part. But the Arcadia.
Oh, right.
It's a nice tune, actually. It's nice. It's 9/8, isn't it? So it's good.
Yeah, it's a slip jig. Yeah.
I think the Italian version of Arcadia was Elysium Fields.
Oh, yes, of course. Yeah.
But if you go there is a place called the Elysium Fields, and they are they're the part of a extinct volcano. Well, not completely extinct volcano, and there's sort of bubbling sulphurous mud there and things.
Oh, blimey!
The Champs-Élysées, Elysian Fields.
Elysian Fields, exactly.
Oh, of course. Yeah. And
I think when it comes to it, Red Square, which what is it? I can't remember the actual translate. What red square is translated from? Oh yes, it's pos. Can't remember it. So the word for red, Krasnoye Polyana, and Polyana means field, and Krasnoye is red, but the old Russian Krasnoya is beautiful, and that's how red becomes so associated with Russia. Is that Krasnoya is beautiful, beautiful country, beautiful fields, Krasnoye Polyana, but modern Russian Krasnoye also means red. So red is the beautiful colour, and red square is the beautiful field, as was before it got paved over, made into a a parade ground or whatever. But it was a beautiful field, yeah. And I've been to a place in a mountainous region in the south of Russia called Krasnoye Polyana, and it's a beautiful valley, really stunning. Yeah, they're Elysian Fields.
Oh, okay.
The other, I was just checking because interestingly enough, yes, as you say, a mountainous landlocked region of Greece. English speakers often use Arcadia to designate a place of rustic innocence and simple, quiet pleasure. But the other one is Greek mythology. Arcadia of the Peloponnesus, it was the domain of Pan.
Right.
It was home to the god of the forest and his court of dryads, nymphs, and other spirits of nature. So Arcadia, of course, is the original home of the Pipe and Tabor. I think we can.
Yes, of course.
Take that as a primary assumption here. So we could have more of it.
Excellent. Brilliant. That's really good. Cue. Aha, right. Who's up for playing another tune? Yeah. Oh, Peter. Hurrah.
Give it a go. So this is American, I think. It's the Village Quick Step. I have to leave it there.
Well, it's a very interesting village. It's reminding me of some of the mad things that the village of the Gauls gets up to. I'm reading at the moment. There's all this mad stuff happens in the village, I can tell you. Especially when they have the magic potion, of course, when they have to fight off the Romans and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's been really great to go back into the school, actually. Yeah, Steve, did you manage to get back into a school? I don't know. Did you?
Yeah. I did last week. I did a school in Hampshire, which I'd been to a long time ago. In fact, so long ago that one of the teachers who had booked me had been a pupil in the school that I.
Fantastic.
So yeah, but I did a different thing. The first time I went there twice back in the 90s and early 2000s doing folk, but I was doing my Aboriginal storytelling and painting this time. We had a day. We did it outdoors, so we're painting outdoors. Had the hall just to do the talk, but you know they were all very good. Had all the windows open and everything. And I did some maypole things, last month as well. But yeah, I'm contemplating going back in to do my World War II radio project next term.
Oh, fantastic! Yeah.
Haven't got back in doing medieval music yet.
Wow, I bet that's fun. Wow, I'd kind of almost like to dress up and pretend to be 10 or something to go along to that. I don't suppose they'd let me in, would they?
We do have we have great fun doing those things, though. I mean, like we're doing the Washwoman's Brawl and things like that. But the real benefit is that when they do history, by doing these dances and songs, they're actually experiencing something that was experienced by people back in those days. And so and it used to be great in primary schools because they could go off timetable and do this stuff. But now the timetable has changed, the curriculum has changed, and the kids have got ancient Egypt and ancient Rome and the Anglo-Saxons, and we haven't got any music and dance stuff from there, so they come right up to I think primary schools. Their history curriculum is now pre-modern, and we just don't have any material to do there. It's completely unhelpful, really. They're dealing with very abstract things a long time ago, rather than I used to go and do World War II. I would take in grandparents and things and get them talking about something that they could identify with, and all the old songs and that stuff. Victorians, the Georgians, the Tudors. They loved doing the Tudors, but none of that now. No.
Well, that Elizabethan stage jig thing that kind of Bill set me off on doing with the kids hiding in the hiding in the great big sort of like treasure chest thing on stage, and that was such fun to get them to do that. And I managed to get a whole load of them, playing G-pipe drones on the side as a chorus.
Have you seen somebody's going around doing Chris Harris's Kemp's Jig? There's a group doing a version of that. I think not doing it as a one-man show. I think they're doing it as a bigger piece. But that is so. I had an inquiry about do we want it at the Taborers Festival?
Oh wow! Well, that'd be fun, wouldn't it?
But they don't play pipe and tabor.
Oh, okay.
It's like Chris did. He said he always feels a bit ashamed when he gets. I used to go along and do an opener for him at performances in the area, and he said he always feels a bit ashamed that the recordings on his because he used to have this metal trunk into which all the props were, and he had a little lever on the side of the trunk, and he would just lean on it with his leg, and the music would come out. and it was somebody playing recorder and somebody else playing drum. So so it'd be good. I mean, a good thing to teach these people how to play pipe and tabor would be a great idea, I think.
Yeah, that would be good. Yeah,
I'll find your link. They've got they are a theatre group, and
are they going around schools then? Are they?
I don't think they're doing schools. But Chris took it all over the world. You know, he was brilliant. Blue Fire Theatre, and here we go. I'll do a quick thing here, and they've got one coming up in Cambridge. And some council ones. So they've done it a couple of times recently, Penlanth and Exeter. So yeah, there's one coming up in August, and a horrible histories thing. There you go. That is that's happening again.
Brilliant. Oh, okay. Well, I guess I'll just send them a speculative email in case they're interested in swatting up on pipe and tabor or something.
Yeah.
Remind me, Chris did that. Was it one of the very earliest of the Taborers festivals?
Yeah,
it?
Yeah. In 2000.
2000, right?
Yeah.
I think we must be due for an anniversary celebration.
Yeah, yeah.
Right. I have his little booklet that he produced. I'm not sure how much more detail. I mean, the 9 Days Wonder is the standard account, but I think he did a lot more around that, which was details. So I'll have a look at that again. But yeah.
Well, Bill, if you've got any ideas of stuff we could kind of do, that'd be completely awesome.
Is Chris Harris? Did he die? Chris Harris?
Yeah. It's very quite sad. Because I knew him reasonably well, and he was also a really good friend of. I've got an American friend who was a theatre person in Bristol, and a professor, and director of the the Bristol Vic, and yes, so I got to know Chris quite well, and he put on a few things for me to teach. Commedia dell'arte, you know, he did some stuff on that, but also on fooling and that kind of stuff. Yeah. And we did some stuff together. It was great, but yeah, heart problem. Yeah. And it's a good number of years now, or more than 10 years ago, I think. And he's really missed around here because he was the pantomime dame for the Bristol Hippodrome. He was he used to do a whole. He used to train the pantomime dames. So when people, comedians got a gig as pantomime dame, in London, in West End, or around the country, they would go to Chris Harris's pantomime dame school beforehand.
Great.
Brilliant. Aha. Right. Well, how many more tunes do we want to have? Just as an idea, are people rushing off to the tennis or anything, or no? People aren't rushing off to tennis. Okay, we'll just carry on then. This is awesome. Okay. Who wants to give us another one?
Fairly soon. I've got one old tune I'm trying to remind myself of. It's the Morisco, but it's coupled with a galliard.
Oh, very nice.
Which might be, they work together quite nicely. I'll try and remember it.
Hooray! That was fun. Very, very nice. Nothing like a good Morisco, is there? Very, very good. Aha. Right, who's up for playing the next one then? Yeah, MJ. Hurrah.
Right, this is another old committee band favourite. I don't know why they thought we were an English band. About half the stuff we played probably wasn't. But anyway, this is the Eryu Holmen Polka. I'm not sure where it's from. It's certainly not English.
Wow, that P music's amazing, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's really nice. Really, really jolly.
I used to play it on a descant recorder, and I used to play, because it's only got a 1 octave range, I used to play it in the low part of the instrument and then up an octave.
Very, very nice. Yeah, it's just so jolly, so jolly. Aha. Now, while I'm thinking about this, are we thinking we should have another one next month, or is everybody going to be on holiday? What do people think?
August.
I'll probably be around.
We'll be around.
Yeah, people will be around. Cool.
Yep.
We should have it then. Excellent.
Have it.
That's
I
good
think
to
I'm
know.
on holiday. I have to dash off now. I've got a garden party to go to.
Okay. Anyway, sounds like
just let us know.
sounds like we'll see you in a month. And let me know about the symposium, Bill.
Yeah, I have some ideas that I'll put to you, that just of little themes that people might like to think about for our symposium.
Awesome. Thank you, and thanks for your super help.
Bye.
Right. See you next month.
See ya. Okay, right. Okay, who is up for the next tune?
I will.
Hooray! Go, Gillian.
Another Spanish one. Cantiga. That's around the world. Where's my pipe? There's my pipe. Cantiga number 417, I think.
Something like a good cantiga, is there?
Oh, just there's nothing like a good cantiga. That's right.
That's really fabulous.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there are some in Terry's books, aren't there? I think.
Yes, there are. Not that one, but there are quite a lot in the maybe 5 in one of his books. Yes, yes.
Yeah, I think there's one in the seafaring one at least. Yeah, yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
yes. It's probably in the first book, isn't it? Because that's the medieval and that's the earlier music in the
Oh
first.
yeah, probably some in there. Yeah. Good stuff. Yeah.
Some of the ones he's put in have got the funny rhythms, but some of them haven't. I think he's put in number 100, which is very straightforward, which is a lovely one.
Oh, okay. Oh, maybe I should look up 100.
I can't remember how it goes offhand, but it's
Very nice. Okay. Right. So, well, we've only got a few more minutes. Who wants to play next, or do I need to do the next one?
there's you, me, and Peter, and Steve. Steve can play.
Yeah, Stephen, do you want to play one, or are you not playing today?
I'm busy editing.
Oh yeah. And Stephen Langford.
Yeah. I wasn't planning to play because I see all you experts playing, and it puts me off a bit, to be honest.
Oh no, you don't want to be put off.
But yeah, I'll have a little go. Excuse me, Sarah, just get my throat.
Yeah, no worries. Yeah.
What I no, I'm not muted. What I've always found about the society is that complete beginners can play, and they are listened to with as much attention and respect as someone like Carlos. And in fact that's what a lot of French people have said to me when they've come. Our French guests, they've said, well, what has impressed them is that total beginners can stand up and play something, the one thing they can play, and they're listened to with as much attention as.
Well, I like to think that you nice people don't sort of judge anyone. So I'll have a go.
Definitely not.
We've got to start somewhere, haven't we? The annoying thing is, I mean, I'm sure you'll understand that when you're playing at home on your own, it goes really well.
Yeah.
When you're playing in front of people, it goes to pieces.
We've all been there with that. Definitely, we've all been there with that. Yeah, absolutely.
I'm gonna have a go at this one anyway. This is from Terry's first book. I think it's
lovely.
probably French. Is it Quant Hiver? I think it's called.
Yeah.
I think it's French. Right, let's have a go anyway. I'll
Lovely.
do a very short version though.
No worries.
Sorry.
I think you need original sound. Have you got original sound on?
Yeah, sorry, you're quite right. Sorry about that. That's better. Sorry about that. Start again. There we go.
Hey, that was fab. That was really nice. Yeah, it's a lovely tune, isn't it?
It's a great tune. Yeah, it's quite an easy one to play as well. I mean, as I said, on my own, I play it really well. Well, I think I do. But, the tight fingers come in, don't they, when you're being watched? It's terrible.
Oh yeah. There's the zoom effect is like mad. It's just really unpredictable what's going to happen when you. But it's kind of really nice. Oh, we got Michelle. Wow, we have Michelle. That's very nice.
But no, it's you're very kind with your kind comments. You always make me feel comfortable. But so I'll just keep at it. But the hardest thing I find is the coordination still with the tabor and the pipe. You know, I can play both nicely on their own, but putting them together, that's the hard thing. But it's coming along very gradually, so I'm pleased so far. So
yeah. And do you? I mean, different people use different techniques to combine the instruments, but I mean, yeah, sometimes people do the thing where they maybe play the tune with the pipe and they just hit the first beat of each bar to start with. You know.
Yeah, I tried to keep it very simple. I must admit on the table because I am having problems with the coordination. So the best way at the moment for me is to keep it very basic. So yeah, there you go.
Yeah, that's great. No, thanks. Hi, Michelle. How are you? Oh, we got a whole load of people.
Hello, sorry, very late.
Hey, no worries.
That's a load of stuff on with the kids, and
no worries.
Yeah.
No worries.
But I've only caught the last few minutes, but anyway.
Well, it's lovely.
Yes.
It's lovely to see. Lovely to see you guys. Michelle, how are you? How are you doing?
Fine, thanks. Thank you. And how is it okay for the sound?
Yeah, it sounds all right at the moment. Yeah.
Yes, okay. Yes, fine.
Yeah. Do you want actually, Michelle, as you are here from France, would you like to play us something?
Yeah.
Oh, for example, it's a branle, le Parlement.
Oh, that's so lovely, Michelle. Thank you. That's really wonderful. Really lovely, expressive playing. Oh yeah, that's really nice. Right, right. Who is up to play the next one? Do we have one of our new arrivals?
I could maybe do the one after next, but I just need to warm up because I've just come in.
Yeah, no worries. It looks like Chris is going to do the next one, and then it's you, Jason. Hooray! Thanks.
I don't know what happened. I had a lot of difficulty getting into this. I was sort of there, but not there for a long time.
Oh, that's a shame.
That'd be my
I
fault.
haven't really
because
warmed up either, but I'll give this a go. Make sure I start in the right place. Yeah.
Ray, that was fun. What was that called, Chris?
That's called Wedded. It's a Welsh tune. Wedded is the area around Penrith and Carlisle, which was an ancient Celtic kingdom.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah, there's still if you go up the M6 past Penrith, there's actually signs to the Wedded Centre. There's some visitor centre there called Wedded. Yeah, the tune is preserved in the Welsh tradition.
Fantastic. Wow, that is completely awesome, isn't it? It's lovely to have that kind of, vista of the Dark Ages. It's fantastic.
I doubt if the tune's from the Dark Ages. It's probably a modern hot tune or something.
Yeah, really nice though. Yeah, great. Jason, it's you if you're okay. Yeah.
Okay, well, hopefully this holds together. Just going to briefly go through a little bit of Bucknell and see if it works, doing these two tunes back to back. Shortly, just a very short, go around them twice each. But it might work. Okay. That's it. think I got the drumming on the end bit a little bit out of sync, but didn't have time to.
Sounded all right to me.
Oh, that's all right. Danceable. I'll take that as a positive because, yeah, I thought I was getting a little bit, wasn't quite, but anyway, it's good fun to do. I think those two work well.
Yeah, Bucknell is such fun, isn't it? With all the clapping, all the stick thing. It's such a laugh when you. Yeah.
Was dancing to it. I don't know if you saw Jason, but Andy was dancing.
Yeah, I can see him dancing to it. Well, actually, Andy gives my wife Morris dancing lessons and online, and we were doing this on Thursday, and we had a load of the children helping out, and we were short of 1 stick, so I got one from the garden. No sooner did it hit than it was an old rotten stick, and it went everywhere, and loads of wood lice just flew around the room, and the kids were screaming, and it was always chaos. So never pick a stick up off the ground if you can't find one that's all proper and dry for Morris dancing, because you'll get a mess and screaming kids. But it's good fun.
They were such a laugh, those girls. When they were doing stuff.
It was great fun.
Absolutely hilarious.
Yeah. It was good fun.
I think it might be squirrel time. So we were just briefly discussing the fact that we should still have a session next month, so that's good. And there's an email gone out about the festival, so
that would be the 8th of August, wouldn't it?
The next one, yes, the second Sunday. So I guess that is, yeah. And there's an email gone about the festival, so respond to that. And get time to get our squirrels out, I guess. Haha. Okay, here we go.
Good stuff, Andy.
Well, great to see everybody, and thanks as always to Steve for all the wonderful technical
where
help.
is Steve?
I think he's busily video editing or something.
Yeah, I've been working.
He's got a current obsession with the pollination of tomato plants and the videoing thereof.
Oh, it's not that. I've been working on some other stuff.
Oh goodness, yeah. Amazing stuff.
Other editing, but still, I did manage to get my flaviol in today.
Wow, that's fantastic! I actually found my flaviol the other day. That was a major achievement. I had lost it for a while in a pile of instruments.
You've got an Aladdin's cave of instruments there, Andy.
Oh dear. Well, it's absolutely lovely to see everybody. Oh yeah, are you okay, Michelle? How are you doing over in France? Michelle, how are you in France?
Quand même, it's a bit difficult to manage a smartphone. Yes, in France we have the same weather than in London. In France, in Paris, not good. It rains. It's not the summer.
No, it's a real shame. Yeah, yeah. I think everybody's finding it hard in different ways, aren't they? You know.
Yes.
Yeah. I kind of have days when I just sort of like do random things. I think.
Yes.
It's because I don't know quite what I'm up to. Yeah. No, it's all quite challenging. Yeah,
but
I think actually,
we have the activities for music are very difficult due to the pandemic. But every Saturday evening we have to play in a farm during all the months of July, and at the end of the holidays in last August weekend, and also in September. It's yes, a very nice occasion to make music with a very pleasant public.
Oh, fantastic! And that's going ahead, is it? That's happening.
Yes, very pleasant. Very nice.
Oh, that does sound very good. Yeah. Aha. Well, it's absolutely lovely to see everybody, and so obviously we'll have to have some great fun at the next session and some great fun at the festival, however we do the festival. Yeah. Okay, and thanks for everybody's lovely contributions today, and see you soon.
Thanks so much, Andy. Thanks, Stephen.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Bye, everyone.
Thanks all. Bye.
Bye.
There we go.
Awesome. Thanks then, Steve. So I think that I've got to send you the tracks.
Yeah.
If I put them on
in the Google Drive.
do you want sort of separate folders or just everything on the same folder in the
That'll be fine, yeah.
The same folder.
Google Drive.
Okay, I'll put them in that same folder, and yeah, apologies, I don't really have the skills to do it.
It just struck me that the important thing about the timing is being able to hit the start of the verse, and you couldn't hear a voice at the first line because it was drowned out by the boom of the drumming.
Yeah, well, some of that, to be honest with you, is because of the key that it has to be in because of the pipe and tabor.
Yeah.
So yeah, well, it's just, but yeah, but anyway, we'll upload and see where we go with that. I'm sure you can do wonders with all that.
I'll go with that. Yeah.
So I've got to do the upload and obviously keep you posted with anything that happens on the whole festival front.
Yeah. Okay.
You haven't got any constraints on any of that, have you?
In what way?
Well, I don't know about, whether we can do online stuff over that weekend or anything.
And which weekend are we actually talking about?
It's the 10th to the 12th of September.
I think generally that's okay. I'm not. I can check on here. I think I've got it in my diary as the Pipe and Tower Festival. I know there's things happening the following and the previous one.
And obviously, if you've got any ideas for anything that could feature.
Oh, actually, oh no, that's fine. That is fine. That's right. Yeah. Yeah. No, I thought I was chairing a meeting meeting, but that's actually chairing the relaunch of our Stitch Club, but it's put back to the 25th.
Okay.
Right.
Well, if you have any ideas about, good things we could do in the festival, then just
I
let me
haven't had a
know.
look at the email yet, so I'll have a look at that. Okay.
Yeah.